They're up in the room.
Okay,
I'll text her. Yep. Okay. All right. Hey, this is Larry the Lion. My podcast. I'm in Kalispell, Montana at the Camp Community 2023. Hey, Brenda.
Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
Hey, guys.
Brenda Rose. And all right, so we're all getting ready to go to Jerry Norton's lake house, his lake. This will be a really short podcast. I thought I had about 30 minutes, but only got about 10 or 15 minutes here. So let me just do my little sharing here real quick. Let me share here. So what an amazing day. We had Pace speaking. We had Jerry Norton, Veena, Jetti, Abraham. Cody Barton was teaching at the Golden Ticket event. It was an amazing experience today. We had so many great people there that we were getting to network with. It was pretty amazing. Let me share one more place here. And then I'm going to share it to the Facebook groups. Hold on, guys. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. There were so many people there. There was 100. It was only the people that were picked got to go to the Golden Ticket. So there was no family members, no friends. So my friend Elizabeth, she had to go cherry picking with Laura Morby, which they all had a great time doing the cherry picking. But the Golden Ticket was only for the people that were selected. There was over 100 of us in there. What an amazing time. There's just so many people that, I just haven't even had a chance to network all this time. But we're going to do some more networking tonight at Jerry's house. I was going to go swimming, but I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm going to definitely go out on one of the boats. Jerry's brothers are bringing over a couple of, Pace said there were $300,000 boats that we're going to get to go ride around on out in the lake. They're going to have 3 food trucks there. I'm driving over with Tigger and Elizabeth and Ice. She's another sub-2 student that's staying with me and Elizabeth. We almost didn't have a room at the Red Lion here, but this is the Red Lion Hotel. Pretty much everybody's already gone on the bus. There's a bunch of people still here getting over to Jerry's. Caroline Kane said, don't drive over. Only about 10 cars. There's probably going to be like 40 cars here. So it's been an amazing morning. Let me share this to Facebook here, groups. And so one of the keys takeaway that Pace wanted us to post in Sub-2 and other places, thanking all the people that were speaking. One of the things that I learned about today was risk tolerance. When Veena was sitting up there talking, she was talking about how Maricel ended up sitting next to her because Veena has a specific seat that she sits in a plane. My flight from Tampa went to Dallas, and me, Veena, and Lance Riggins and his wife, Jesse Riggins, I can't remember, and Maria Cox, we were all on the same plane, but risk tolerance. This was what Jerry was talking about. I didn't have the risk tolerance to spend $27 to get the first class seat. Instead, I sat all the way back. Come to find out, the seat that I didn't take the $27 on was right next to Veena. See, risk tolerance. That's one of the things I learned about today. You're managing your risk tolerance and, taking a chance, Think about that. I would have had 2.5 hours, just me and Veena talking. How cool would that have been? But I didn't have the risk tolerance. I was scared to spend the $27. Just like I was scared to go to the deal maker. Pace told me, you have to go. If Abraham invited you, you have to go. And then when me and Pace were in the Uber going to the airport in New Jersey, I told him, I said, I'm scared to go to the community camp because, I don't have the money. And he's like, you have to go. Whatever you got to do, you have to go. Because if you don't go, you'd be doing a disservice to Veena for her inviting you. So risk tolerance. If you don't learn anything else from me today, risk tolerance. And you know what was really amazing today? So many people came up to me and said that they've been watching me and they were proud of me and I inspired them. I didn't think I was making any kind of impact like that. It really is humbling, but a lot of gratitude and thank you. I'll tell Jerry. He said, hey, Louise. There's Louise, Stacy. Hey, Zareen. How are you? So you have to have some risk tolerance. Cody was speaking about personal growth. Abraham spoke about acquiring businesses, and there's so much to unpack from the golden ticket. I don't have time to go through it all because we only got about 5 minutes here. But like I said, it's gonna be a quick podcast. But I got my community camp. Oh, there it is. Shirt on. It's been an amazing morning already. But I found one of the things that I learned from the last 3 events that I did, starting with Clever Summit. Actually, one lady, I forget her name. Shit. She was sitting at the table. I remember her from Clever Summit over a year ago, and I sat with her for one of the days. She ended up sitting at my table. She's like, Larry from Clever Summit, and you just never know who you're going to meet and do business with and connect with. But that's the purpose of this. This is, I had a friend, Dylan. He said, why are you going to this thing? Why are you going to go there? And I said, because this is important to me. This is This is important to me. Let me share this real quick. I can't share it. Sub 2, Cash Flow Savannah, Creative JB's Camp Community, Private Group, Content Lab, Dealmaker Weekend, Growth Community. But there was so much that we got from the speakers this morning. It was an amazing time. There's so many people that reached out to me, and one of the people I talked to was Eric, is Pace's videographer. I showed him the video of Springfield where I met him and Pace there. There's Tigger over there. Say hi, Tigger.
What's happening?
Tigger, we're going over to Jerry Norton's, her and her husband. I finally got to meet her husband. I haven't seen Tigger since November. But his videographer did an interview on me of how I got to community camp. Hey, Zach. What's up, buddy? Are you taking the bus? No, I'm riding with Tigger. The bus just left here. So I'm waiting for Elizabeth. And let me see here. I got to finish sharing here. There's a couple places I couldn't share to. But, dude, there's only 60 of these to share from. But, just when Eric was, when I told him my journey, the briefest version I've given yet, he was blown away. He's like, wow. And I told him, said, I was in the Uber with Pace, and I started telling Pace my story in New Jersey, just me and him. And even when I took a picture of Pace today, I told him, I said, Pace, I was so scared to do a video with you in the Uber. He's like, why, bro? We're friends. He said it again. He said it that day. Well, don't be scared. But I was nervous being with Pace. So
Let's go, Larry.
Are we ready right now? Wait, hold on. I got to text them to come down. They didn't come down yet. All right, so I got about 3 more minutes here. Let me just finish sharing here. Then I get to text Elizabeth and Ice. And I can't share the SoCal Sub 2. I wish I should be able to share to all these other places, but a couple places I can't share to. But it's really important that you connect with people and make connections. And like Pace was saying, what I've been doing today, what I learned each time is, what do you have? What do you need? And who are you? So that's what I've been doing now. I'm still doing my Instagram picture where I take a picture, tag them on Instagram, then we can follow each other. There's Pace right now. Well, yeah, it was, Zach. Holy shit, that was then. Yeah, the Springfield was so awesome. But, so Eric was like blown away. And I told him, said, I started telling Pace my story. And he was like, don't tell me right now. I'm like, why? He's like, because save it for the YouTube. And he goes, because I'm not going to be genuinely surprised when I hear everything. he knows a little bit. He knows about the 1 minute Facebook ad and how it changed my life, but he doesn't know my whole journey, everything we went through to get here to community camp. I forget who I was talking to today. There were so many people I talked to. I'm trying to unpack it all in just a few minutes right here. Hold on. Hey, Elizabeth, Ice, come downstairs. Tigger's waiting. So we're waiting for Tigger, Elizabeth and Ice to come down, and then I'm going to shut it down. But when you make these connections with people, you gotta follow up with them too. That's the biggest thing. When most people exchange their Blink cards and stuff, they don't follow up with them, and I'm guilty of that. From the last two deal makers, I got probably 100 Blink cards that I haven't followed up with each one of those people. I got people sending me deals right now. They need private money and stuff because they know I'm here at this event. They're like, hey, can you find me this? Can you find me this? Can you find me a buyer for this? I am so overwhelmed. I haven't even opened up Facebook today. I got like 160 notifications just on Facebook alone that I haven't even been a chance to because the service is really crappy out here. My T-Mobile, everybody's having bad service out here. So it's really an amazing journey here to get to this point. What did she say? Well, hey, when you're ready, make sure you use my link. I'll give you the affiliate link. One of the things is the alpha funding. I haven't even got my alpha fund set up yet, which is where we can refer people to the alpha fund as Gators. And then you can. I'll explain all that later. But there's just so much to unpack from this weekend. I didn't get a chance to do the podcast yesterday and this morning. Like Money Marcos and me both came from Florida. We were both sick last night. I thought I was going to be sick and I wasn't going to get to go to the Golden Ticket today. But it was just the allergies and altitude and jet lag. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but, there's Miriam and Pedro. Want to say hi on the podcast?
Sure.
Miriam here.
Hi, how are you?
There's Pedro. Mom and son team. So
yes.
Show them the hat. I didn't wear my hat down here. I'm going hatless tonight.
Hi.
But we're all getting ready to go to the Jerry Norton's lake right now. So there's a whole bunch of sub-2 students down here. There's Carolyn Briley. There's so many people here. I can't even keep track of everybody that's here right now. But I wouldn't have missed this for anything. There was a couple people came up and they said, "Hey, you made it." And I was like, they were like, "Unbelievable how many people are following me." It just blows my mind, Like I was telling Eric, Pace's videographer, I said, last year on May 31st, I had 235 Facebook friends and only 0 followers. Today I'm at like almost 7,900 followers today. I'm accumulating 13 followers a day right now. I don't really know how or why, but it's happening, and it's just a testament to my journey of all the people that are following me, and I don't even know until they come up to me and say, "Hey, I've been watching you," or "You've inspired me, you've encouraged me. Thank you for helping me with this." I texted her; they should be coming down. So Tigger's waiting there, but there's just I'm just really grateful that if it wasn't for Pace and that 1 minute Facebook ad, I wouldn't even be here. I'd probably be dead right now. Just there's so many people that actually want to do business with me, deals with me, and I don't even know how to. I am overwhelmed right now, and it's a good thing to have these problems. I'm grateful to have these because they're far better than the problems I had. But like I said at the beginning of this, risk tolerance. You have to have some risk tolerance. You have to have some belief in yourself. The mindset is, if you don't believe in yourself enough to risk tolerance, you're never going to grow. Because Jerry was saying about growing, you get to a point where you have an uncomfortable moment, then you get comfortable again. And each time you're trying to level up, you don't want to leave that comfort zone because you pass through that difficult moment, and then you got comfortable again. But every time you level up, it's going to be a level of discomfort. And what you have to do is be comfortable being uncomfortable to grow your business, to build your brand and grow as a whatever your brand is and whatever you're doing. But you have to have some risk tolerance. You have to take action and get yourself out there. So wait for the lizards to come down. Let me call her. Last night was there was Sam Singh had a mastermind. I didn't go to that last night. I wish I would have went. There was a whole bunch of people there, but I was feeling terrible. I hadn't slept for and I left my CPAP machine at home, like the mask for it. I had such trouble sleeping last night, but I'm gonna be fine. Because I wouldn't miss this for anything. I'm so grateful that Veena invited me here. It was so cool to be with her in the airport in Dallas, but I should have had that risk tolerance. I should have overcome that fear of spending $27. But I didn't know I'd be sitting next to her. But I would have been. And that just is gonna burn me up forever that I didn't get a chance to sit with Veena for 3 hours on a flight. Imagine the conversations I could have had, the knowledge I would have learned. If I would have got out of my comfort zone of being in bed uncomfortable to spend that $27, just sit in the first class, because those seats don't come often. And the idea was to be close to first class, to be close around Veena, but I didn't know I would have been sitting next to her, and I regret that. So I'm always learning. I'm always growing. It's just it is what it is. But thank you. Actually, I need a really good hair. I need a haircut. But waiting for Elizabeth to come up. Wait, hold on. Hey Siri, call Elizabeth. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, call Elizabeth. You gotta make sure Elizabeth comes down.
Elizabeth. Calling Elizabeth function fun.
But so that's pretty much it for right now. We're gonna go. I'm gonna try and follow my story on Instagram and Facebook. I post a lot.
We're coming down right now.
Okay, all right. That's where I do most of my posting. There's been some bad service here, so it's really hard to post everything I want. Look at this. I wish I could post more. I wish I had more time. Wish there was more, but eventually I'll get everything posted. But like Pace said today, I'm gonna have to make a post today thanking Pace, Veena, Abraham, Jerry, Jamil for inviting us here. For us, we get to see Tim Ballard tonight. We were gonna all watch. Pace said we're gonna watch the whole Sound of Freedom movie together tonight. But then he was like, everybody would be crying at the end of it. But getting to meet Tim Ballard. This is what this mentorship is. It's about growing, and it's about the opportunities that you would have never had. People question why to invest in themselves. It's for moments like this. This is why you take action. This is why you're active. Why you get out of your comfort zone. Before this, I didn't do hardly anything on social media. I just posted stupid stuff like basketball scores and football scores and shit, garbage. But Pace was saying about that too. Go back and look at your old from years and years ago, what you used to post, and see how much you've grown and recognize, wow, did I really post that? Was that crazy? But when I look back on this a year from now, 5 years from now, I'm going to look back on this and say, wow, and then see how far I've grown since then from this point right now. So keep networking. I may have been send me the deals. Because I probably get it sold for you here. There's a bunch of buyers here, especially in Florida. So she said she's coming down right now, Tigger. Yeah. So just get out of your comfort zone. Get uncomfortable being comfortable, or get comfortable being uncomfortable. Manage your risk tolerance, because if you don't, you're never going to grow, and you're going to be stuck in that spot forever. Like Cody was saying. Cody really gave a great speech today about personal growth versus managing the bottom line. If you're afraid to spend money on yourself, if you're afraid to grow, your business is always just going to stay flat. Where other people are growing, you're not. Yeah. All right. Let me know, Stacy. And so everybody, I want to thank you guys all for being part of my journey and getting me here, because a lot of that came from people encouraging me and believing me and telling me to keep going over the past 17 months to get me to this point. Like Donna Gray, my good friend, Abraham's wife, said today, she said, I'm so happy to see you here. She goes, I'm so proud of you. She gave me the biggest hug. And she said, this is all because you took action and believed in yourself to go down this journey. A lot of people give up way before what all the things that I went through to get here. They give up over little stuff, But I've overcome all that. And look at me. And next year, years from now, we're going to see how I grow. And you get to watch me here with this podcast. So, anybody want to go to jiu-jitsu tonight? Maj and Abraham are doing a jiu-jitsu class tonight. We're going to have a free day Saturday. We're going to go to Glacier. We're going to Jerry's brother's house tomorrow, I think. It's going to be amazing the rest of this time here. But follow my Instagram, follow my Facebook stories, Instagram stories, Facebook stories. I post there all day, all on. See all the people I'm networking with. Yeah, Angie was here. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, we're taking. She thinks she's outside. So, anyways, I'll see y'all later, and have a good night. I gotta go.